going to call up the candidates from District 10 for District 10 County Commission, Cheryl Brown and Bill Petty. And fortunately, in this case, alphabetical equals ladies first. They will have 5 to 7 minutes to speak to you and explain why they deserve your vote. Then I'm going to call you up by rows to vote. The clerks will exchange your armband for a ballot. You will step in there, mark it, put it in the box, and return to your seat or leave if you need to. When the voting is complete, we will have the votes taken to Representative Gino Balso, and they will be sorted and counted. The candidates and the officials here from the state are encouraged to step forward and monitor the entire process. When the tally is reached, check, and confirm, Representative Balso will announce the results. I wanted to take a moment and say that each convention is unique. We are instructed by bylaws, given time restrictions that we must meet, as well as other metrics. As usual, a situation like this occurs at the last minute, and it is something akin to building the bicycle as you ride it. I want to thank Debbie Deaver, one of the past party chairmen, for leading this convention. I want to thank Contest and Credentialing for working the tables, for providing insight into better ways to secure the process, boxes, armbands, IDs, table layout. I want to thank Representative Balso for agreeing to count these votes. And I want to thank Jason and Ginger from the state for their weary hours of vetting and pre-registration and their willingness to be here tonight as monitors. I want to thank the SEC for its ample assistance, Cindy Miller from Williamson County, Chris Morris from Pulaski, and Angie McClanahan from Santa Fe are all here tonight. Also, Lulu Elam is here. In addition, I want to thank our county commissioners, Barb Sturgeon, Chris Richards, and Mary Smith, for sharing their insights about past conventions and helping to ensure that this complicated process runs smooth. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to be respectful of the candidates and of each other. Please don't interrupt them. I think it's fine to welcome them up and to thank them afterwards for their words and their willingness to serve. And with that, candidate Cheryl Brown.
Thank you for that nice welcome. I appreciate it. Now make sure you vote for me. So let me just say, I am thankful for my family. My husband of 36 years, Michael Brown, and my children have 3 kids, and well, they're adults now. So anyway, I'm thankful for my family for how, they have supported me in this effort. And over the years, being a part of the Republican Party. And I tell you, you know how it is when you are in political and you have family who puts up with everything that goes on politically. So thank you, family. Thank you, Michael Brown, Casey Brown, who's here, my daughter. I appreciate her. I didn't tell her to vote Republican, neither did my husband. She voted Republican the first time when she graduated. She graduated at 17, but when she was 18, she voted for Trump. So. Again, thank you all for taking the time to be here tonight. And Mr. Petty, for putting yourself up for consideration. I also express my gratitude to Minnie Smith, a distinguished Black woman who had made a pivotal, I would say, difference in my life. She was the one who led me to the Republican Party, as well as she ministered salvation to me. So I am a born-again Christian because of Minnie Smith. As well as a Republican because of her. But I stand here before you as a testament to the misconception that the Republican Party is exclusive. and doesn't welcome people from all races and backgrounds. So let me tell you the story. I was the first Black female Republican to serve on the executive committee of Williamson County GOP, and the first Black female Republican to be elected of the Williamson County GOP. I am grateful. And now, I'm the first Black female Republican to serve on the County Commission for Williamson County. So, I am sincerely thankful to the commissioners, David Landrum and Megan Guffey, as well as the overwhelming support of the other county commissioners who believed I am the most suitable candidate to serve in this role. But let me be very clear. I do not seek your vote because of my race or because I am a woman. I hope that every Republican in this room knows what a woman is.
Right.
I'm asking for your vote based on my proven leadership in this party and my many years of involvement and dedication to our community. Despite facing numerous personal attacks from those who question my character, integrity, and principles, I remain steadfast in my commitment to support the mission and purpose of the Republican Party. So, but let me just say this. The Bible says it is rather to have a good name is better to be chosen than great riches, right? So I stood on that principle because leadership matters. And here are some of the facts about what took place under my leadership as the leader of the Williamson County Republican Party. Before I started, we had less than about $20,000 in the bank by the time I took over. But we got busy. We raised nearly $500,000 to support the Republican candidates. This included raising enough money to support every single Republican candidate who ran for office.
Yeah.
We got busy.
That's right.
We increased the revenue by 75% and party membership by 120%. We got busy. We were the top producing county party in the state for 3 years out of 95 counties. We got busy. I was named the Republican Woman of the Year in 2022, and now I serve as the Area 6 Vice President for the Tennessee Federation of Republican Women. I share these things with you because leadership matters. Having a record of involvement in this community matters. Having a record of leadership and commitment to conservative principles matter. These same principles are ones I carry with me in my job as county commissioner. But being a commissioner is not just a job. It's another opportunity to lead and serve from a conservative perspective and to set the direction for the future of our county. Right now, as we sit here, the Democrats are strategizing and looking for cracks in our unity. Let's not let that happen. We must unite in support for law enforcement and first responders in keeping our taxes among the lowest in the state, maintaining fiscal responsibility, and ensuring our schools remain safe. sane, and the best in the state. One of my top priorities will be working with the other commissioners and the county mayor to maintain our AAA bond rating, which is the highest quality credit rating available. This will only happen if we manage our spending wisely and ensure that our county debt is aggressively attacked and managed responsibly and affordably. There are many critical issues facing our county in the next few years. I've already begun exploring with our county officials and community leaders the solution to our challenges and how to best protect Williamson County taxpayers. As you consider your vote for this important role, please look beyond the rhetoric and look at the facts. I hope that you will continue to vote for me as your county commissioner of District 10, and I say thank you because I am honored to serve my community and you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kenneth Petty.
Can you hear me okay? Is that okay? Thank you all for being here tonight to take part in this important election for our next District 10 County Commission. I also want to extend my gratitude to the Williamson County Republican Party. Can you hear me now? Okay, good. For ensuring that our voices for District 10 residents are heard, and to the Convention Committee for the time and the hard work we have done to organize. I am running for the County Commissioner in District 10 because we need public servants with real-world problem-solving experience and a deep understanding of the issues facing Williamson County. My goal is to represent the interests of all residents of District 10, not just a select few. Cheryl and I share a common faith. That faith puts the needs of others before our own. We both want what's best for our people. However, I think we differ in our approach. Many of you know me as the Friday recap guy. After I moved here, a top priority for me was to learn about the community and how I might be able to protect the children of today and the future generations. So I began attending meetings of various commissions, boards to learn about the community and share this knowledge with others. For the past year, I've been publishing a weekly email newsletter that I cleverly named Friday Recap. In it, I cover the County Commission, the Election Commission, BOMA, the school board, providing meeting agendas, videos, and my own summaries. This commitment has given me a very strong grasp of the issues facing our county. Williamson County is a great place to live, to work, to worship, and raise a family. But it is also facing a number of issues that the County Commission must address. I have a background in knowledge and experience to address these issues. Growing up, my family moved a number of times. My father was a pastor known as a church builder. Every time we moved, I had to make new friends and find a way to fit in. The big lesson I learned from that is that basically people are the same everywhere you go. After high school, I joined the Army, and I served with the 82nd Airborne, and yes, I jumped out of perfectly good airplanes. While in flight. After the service, I attended the University of Nebraska, where I met my wonderful wife, Mary. She's here somewhere. She can raise her hand and we've been married for 55 years. We have a son and a daughter. My son's here too, so back there somewhere, way in the back. And I earned 2 degrees from the University of Nebraska that led to a career in teaching and coaching. Years later, I started my own construction company specializing in residential and commercial build-outs. Community service has always been a big part of my life. While living in Omaha, I was president of the Nebraska Kidney Foundation, on the board of Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and I was very active in my church. Here in Franklin, I'm a volunteer at Graceworks. I teach guitars for veterans, and I attend the Franklin Community of Faith Church. So why am I running? I think that we have issues in our county that need to be addressed. I'm not sure they're being addressed properly. First, our county debt is around $1.2 billion. That's over $4,000 for every man, woman, and child in Williamson County. This exorbitant debt will severely restrict our future options and flexibility. Right now, our debt service is a whopping 10% of our budget. If we continue on this trajectory, another tax increase is inevitable. So to ask the question, are we trying to be another Davidson County with unchecked spending and soaring debt? Secondly, our law enforcement and first responders are doing a first-rate job of protecting us, and they are our heroes. And I will ensure that they are fully funded and well-paid. But right now, there is a proposal to build a $325 million jail and juvenile center that is 3 times larger than our existing jail and 8 times larger than our juvenile center. There is an alternative that has been proposed that could save us up to 30%. I think we should take a look at that. A third area of concern is the seemingly uncontrolled growth of Williamson County. We must closely examine our infrastructure and our capacity to support not only Williamson County residents, but also commuters from surrounding areas. It is essential to collaborate with state and local officials as well as economic development leaders to manage growth in a way that preserves our unique quality of life. A fourth area of concern for me, and I'm sure it is for you, is our schools. As a former teacher, I appreciate the difficult job educators face each day. We need to focus our resources into the classroom and not into administration. We need to increase teacher salaries, provide excellent classroom materials, and prudently manage the remaining expenses. Just this past April, the school board passed a 5-year capital plan, which includes upgrades to existing schools, ongoing maintenance, and the construction of new facilities. The estimated cost for this is nearly $1 billion. Adding all this to the proposed $325 million cost for the jail, the total projected additional capital expenses over the next 5 years exceeds $1.3 billion. This could potentially bring our total debt to over $2 billion. It seems we are constantly either increasing our debt, increasing taxes, or both. Many of our residents are struggling in an economy where the cost of living has greatly increased. I see them every week at Graceworks. We cannot keep digging our financial hole deeper. Throughout my career as a veteran, a teacher, a small business owner, I've learned how to be an effective problem solver, collaborator, and communicator. These skills are vitally important for a county commissioner. I am a consistent conservative, not just at election time. And if I am fortunate enough to be elected to the county commission, those are the skills and the values I intend to use in finding solutions to Williamson County's concerns. So my promise to you, I promise to treat all people the same and not be influenced by special interests. To be dedicated to transparency and fact-based decision-making. To ensure the county does not waste money on wants versus needs. To be true to the principles of limited government, low taxes, low regulations, and efficient use of taxpayer money. But most of all, and most importantly, I promise to be true to you. To prioritize the needs and the rights of the people and put you first. As a soldier, I fought for the constitutional republic in which we live. As a county commissioner, I will fight for you and your voice. I will make the tough decisions to protect our quality of life and for the future of our children and our children's children. I simply ask that you give me that chance. Thank you.